Hello everyone, and how are we all doing this exceptionally cold and long crypto and NFT winter? I know myself, I've been hunkering down a little bit, and in this video I want to share two things I've been doing to prepare myself for hopefully what will be the crypto spring. First of all, because I've scoured the internet everywhere for some pesky penguin merch and have not been able to find it, I have gone ahead and decided to make my own. So I came out with a sweater for this crypto winter with a pesky penguin on it saying, "Wag me, we're all gonna make it." And even my girlfriend likes it, so you know it's a good sign. Although she says the penguin could be a tad bit smaller, so I will be making the penguin a tad bit smaller. If you guys do want one of these pesky penguin sweaters, I will leave how to get one in the first pinned comment below this video. Actually, while we're on the topic of pesky penguins, let me go over to my trading screen and let me just click on the right link here. And let's actually look at what the pesky penguins have been up to. Scroll down here. This is a Solana floor. I have the pro version by having one of their NFTs. Let me move this camera over a bit. Which gives me access to their all-time views. And you can see the current owners of pesky penguins is still on a very nice upwards trend. And for better or worse, it has a bit of this logarithmic curve to it, which if you guys don't know what that is basically very quick growth at first, and then it kind of slows down a little bit, which does make sense. You know, project launches, and then especially right now with a bit of a crypto winter, then it slows down a little bit. I think we could probably have another spike into this because Pesky Penguins is one of the bigger projects on Solana. And personally, once you get involved in it, you just absolutely love the project. The team is always up to really, really good things, and I'm a really big fan myself. Now, we have been slowly increasing the price off the floor, which is nice. We have some bigger support right around this $5 zone. I've been waiting to accumulate a little bit more. I think I'm actually going to buy one today, maybe tomorrow, another one, and just keep accumulating off this floor because I really, really like the price right now. And I have a few under 5 SOL, which is beautiful. I think my first pesky penguin was like at 6 something, but my average right now is below 5 SOL. So that's a really nice place to be. And I'm going to keep on accumulating pesky penguins, and that's why I'm repping the merch myself. But yeah, what I really want to be talking about in this video is another project that I bought way back in the day. I'm talking about like in November or something like that last year, which, you know, okay, it's not that far back, but in terms of Solana NFTs, it feels like a lifetime ago. And I think anyone that's been around that long totally understands. And this is maybe not the most credible project. I don't know. I'll let you guys debate that, but I'll tell you one thing for sure. The Discord is just full of the biggest degenerates I've ever seen. And I think that's what kind of makes it a pretty funny project. But at the same time, I'm a little bit skeptical about it. And that's BabyApes. But I gotta say, one thing I really do like about BabyApes, and I came out with this article a few days ago, or actually now it's been like a week and a half, but I wanted to review it in this video, is BabyApes, they do allow staking. Now, when you stake your NFT, which I think is a phenomenally cool concept, and with just the forefront of this concept really taking off, and the reason I feel like we're at the forefront of it taking off, and I made a whole video about staking and pesky penguins not too long ago, but why I think this is so important is because NFTs in general are quite expensive. Solana NFTs are much cheaper, but in general, NFTs is kind of like the rich person art already. The problem is you have this art piece which is somewhat illiquid, and let's say it's worth $100,000 or $1 million, and you need collateral against that, or you want to be able to make money from owning this NFT. Staking is a beautiful option for that. Basically, if you stake it, you can get paid a dividend more or less for letting someone else borrow it, or you can use it as collateral to get some capital in return. So there's many things you can do with staking. Now, the thing is right now with the NFTs alone in staking, it's at such the forefront, a lot of those functionalities don't yet exist. So what projects do is they give you some sort of fun coupon just as a thank you for staking it, and kind of to get people in the habit of staking. So you have Honey Finance, for example. You got P Honey or Honey for staking your NFT there. That's basically what happened with Pesky Penguins. Now with BabyApes, let me actually show you guys BabyApes here. What I did is These are some baby apes that I own. And if you go to their actual homepage, you'll see, let me close this, buy, sell, OOGI. Now, this is basically their cryptocurrency, the Baby Apes cryptocurrency. And I have it pulled up actually here on CoinMarketCap. And you can see the general trend of this cryptocurrency is very, very bad. But you could argue it's at an all-time low and maybe it's a new support level. I don't know. I think it's a total gamble in terms of, if that's even your strategy to accumulate OOGI. I really don't think there's much worth behind it. You guys can debate it all you want in the comments below. I'm really not here to talk so much about OOGI. What I really like is just the general concept and NFT staking. And I like projects that are dabbling in that concept to get users used to it. So at one point, once it does have a little bit more of a fundamental reward system that makes a bit more sense, I think they can really, really take off. Now, the price of Baby Apes has also deteriorated quite substantially. I'm going to go to all, and this is pretty much for most projects. So, not just Baby Apes are doing poorly. Pretty much every project, even the best ones, in my eyes, Pesky penguins are having a tough time. But specifically, Baby Apes are really, this is a really tough pattern. Now, you could argue, again, this is really hitting a big support zone because it's at an all-time low, and people are thinking, at this point, there's only degens holding it, and they'll never sell it. And that's kind of where I'm thinking we might be as well. Now, anyway, in November, I bought this, and I got a pretty okay price. It was like around 3, so relative to in November, it was okay. I only bought like 1 or maybe 2, I think, at the time, which was unfortunate because actually the price of Solana was much higher. That was really the most painful part. Anyway, I didn't look at those Baby Apes for quite some time. Then I realized, wow, this has gotten really, really cheap. And all of a sudden it was below 1 sol. And then it was like at 0.6. And I actually just ended up buying quite a lot of Baby Apes. Because I'm like, if it's at 0.6, it's been struggling to really go any lower. I think we hit 0.5. I think intraday there was even like a 0.4 or something like that, but 0.6, I would say anywhere between like 0.4 and 0.7 right now could be a good accumulation on Baby Apes. And I think any crypto spring, any sort of NFT spring could bounce these up over 1 sol, no question. I think it might even reach this former resistance zone. So like former resistance starts around 1 and then 1.3. So we could even run to like 1.5 or something. And based on how I feel about the project, then it might be a good time just to sell everything. Maybe it actually is a good time to keep holding and see if we can have like a 10x move or something like that, because I feel like that's the whole point of NFTs. You don't really want to sell for a small profit. I'm not saying that 100% is not a small profit. I'm a full-time day trader, so I understand that's a big move. But at the same time, I feel like with NFTs, it's all about, 10xing it, or what's the point? But again, I will let you guys debate that on your own time. What I do find really weird about this project, and please, if anyone could explain it to me, I've tried to do some digging, I don't have answers, is how weird the number of owners pattern is on this project. It just doesn't make any sense. It feels like there's hardcore insider trading going on this ticker, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure this is one of the more shady projects out there. Again, I don't really know. I've been following it for a few months, and every time I really dig into it, I just scratch my head. As opposed to Pesky penguins, where I really like what I see. A lot of the dots are connected. The community is very, very doxed, and they're very open about everything they do. And just the charts in general just make a lot more sense. And you can see there is movement off the lows, as opposed to right here with the Baby Apes, where it's really just kind of dying out. So I'm a little bit nervous that it's just going to die out and I'm going to lose my investment, which is like, I don't know, $1,000, $1,500 at this point. So it's not like the end of the world. I won't really care, but hey, if it goes up 10x, boom, I made 10K, not also the worst at that regard. So I think that's a good risk reward for me. Again, it's totally money. I'm totally fine to lose. Obviously, I never really want to lose money, but it's part of the game. And trust me, as a trader, if you can't handle it, I would just recommend walking away from NFTs right now. Yes, I even wrote about what I thought about this project. Let me scroll down here to the strengths and weakness part. Project weaknesses. Baby Apes is lacking momentum. The community is super degen, and based on Solana floor charts, it looks highly manipulated. That's what I was talking about earlier. Also, no real utility. That was another problem that I spoke about with the OOGI coin. And in the Discord, you'll see they're always talking about what we can do with OOGI. So they're trying to figure it out as well. This project could easily just die out. And that's obviously the big risk. Project strengths. This is an OG Solana NFT project launched during one of the main hype phases during October 2021. I think this is really important, you know, classic OG project. It's massively down from its near 7 SOL highs. Current floor is around 0.7. Actually, right now it's at 0.55 or something like that. Any general lift in the SOL space could lift BabyApes. And I think that's really the big bet right now on BabyApes. At this point, only true degens left that would see the project go to 0 SOL before selling. So something that I did mention earlier as well, that I feel like anyone holding the BabyApes project right now isn't trying to sell for like 0.7, 0.8. I mean, a few people obviously are always going to be selling, but I feel like the general community at this point, if it's not 10xing, they're not selling. And that's how I feel a little bit about it myself. So I'm happy to share my thoughts with you guys. Now, actually, let's loop back a few steps here. And going back to the BabyApes website, you can see if you go to stake.babyapes.io, you can actually stake your NFT. And what I want to show you guys is I actually staked a few of my NFTs, and I want to show you guys what it really entitles. Now, in this article that I wrote, I did talk about what actually happened. So you can earn up to 3,000 OOGI per day per NFT staked for up to 10 days. Now, that's not a lot of money. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. I basically had 9 NFTs at the time, and I said, so if I stake 9 NFTs times 10 days times 3,000 OOGI per day, I'd make 270,000 OOGI, which at the current price of OOGI being whatever this tiny number is, I'd walk away with about $35 in 10 days. So you can see not a lot of money, but let's say OOGI and BabyApes just explode for no reason, and they go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x, which again, in the NFT world is totally realistic, and it happens all the time. I mean, let me just zoom in here on the price action, like the last 7 days. You can see how volatile this ticker is. Now, most of the time, there's not enough volume to even trade this, and honestly, I don't even know where I would even trade it. Let's go to the markets. Where's this cryptocurrency being traded? BitTrue, I don't know. Hotbit, I think I know this one. Let's see, confidence high. I don't know. All this volume is so low. Bitbox is probably the only one you could actually trade this one on. This even comes with asterisks. How sketchy is that? So again, I wouldn't really stake BabyApes thinking OOGI is going to make me rich, let alone being even able to trade in and out of it. Seems, you know, like a hurdle in and of itself. It looks like they have this buy and sell OOGI, which if we go to the home page and we scroll down here, it says the key liquidity aggregator and swap infrastructure for Solana. So it looks like a decentralized exchange. Not so bad. Actually looks kind of good in that regard. Looks like their average volume is going up here, although it's a bit in a lull, which makes sense because everything crypto related right now is totally in a lull. But okay, let me just show you guys what this whole staking thing looks like. These are the ones I staked. I earned 3,000, actually 30,000 OOGI. Yes, and it's 30,000 because obviously 3,000 times 10 gives you the 30,000. So I'm going to go ahead and unstake all of these. Boom, I logged in, and now you guys can see that I can get my BabyApe back with my 30,000 OOGI. Let's go ahead and unstake all of these. And actually, since that's going to be a lot of work, let me actually show you guys here. And you can see I already unstaked one. That's nice. These are actually other ones that I have. And let's actually go ahead and stake some of these. Let's see how that works. And well, actually I know how it works, but I just want to show you guys how that works. So I'll go ahead and stake this one, and then let's go back to stake. And I think what's really cool about staking them, I really like the interface because you can really see the earned OOGI go up. Not that it really matters, but it's kind of fun to watch. Okay, let's see, successfully loaded. Watch this, earned OOGI. Look at this thing just crawling up. I feel like I'm about to become a millionaire any second. Let's actually see, here's a question. Can I unstake one? Because it says for up to 10 days, and then restake it. So this is the one with a wizard hat for number 463. So I'm gonna improve this. Let's unstake this one, and then let's see if we can go back and stake it. Now, oh man, NFT websites are just so slow. They all freak me out. And it's not the website's fault, it's the blockchain's fault. And it's a fast blockchain. It's just the Yeah, it's not so much the blockchain solid, it's the interaction between the blockchain and the website and the smart contracts and kind of the confirmations and stuff like that. So it's a little bit stressful to use these websites. And even with like Solana Floor, when I don't know, when I don't use the site for a little bit, I'm logged out and I have to reattach my NFT to it. It's all like super cumbersome, and you can really tell this whole thing is very much at the forefront. So let's see, let's stake this again for 10 days, and it looks like it's gonna be possible. I mean, it says I can stake it for 10 days. So I guess our answer, or our question of can you stake it again, will be answered. Now this, again, taking forever. Estimated balance, I lose 0.0015 SOL. Honestly, staking it seems more expensive than I will ever make back. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stake it just to kind of show you guys that it's possible to restake one that you were staking before. Now let's go back here. And yeah, now it's staking again. Now, a big thing I like about staking, for example, is when you can stake the pesky penguins. The floor was being bought up for the staking event. It led to a nice surge in price. So there's a clear benefit with staking in terms of floor price, as long as the project overall is very sound. Now, the problem with BabyApes, I feel like, is the whole point of staking is barely worth the transaction costs of actually staking it. So I think that's a little bit of the problem. I'm not even sure if I'm going to stake my other BabyApes that I have in this account, but I kind of wanted to show you guys why I think, you know, this project is probably worth watching at these prices. I really don't think we're gonna go much lower than this. Watch me in like a week, it's gonna be at 0.1. Anything can happen. Obviously, do your own due diligence, and I'm not saying buy BabyApes by any means. I'm just showing you a little bit what I'm doing. Really, what I'm looking for right now during this crypto and NFT winter is finding good quality blue chips like pesky penguins that are sold off more or less, and accumulating those. That's really what I've been doing. Now, I think with BabyApes, I'm a little bit attached to it because I've been holding my initial one for so long, and I totally reduced my cost per NFT at this point, where if it pops up to 1 SOL, I'll be making a really nice return. So that's why I'm a little bit bullish on BabyApes, because it kind of feels like it hit a little bit of a base. Now, obviously anything's possible, but now you know my thoughts. Very briefly here, if you guys don't know already, I started the FloridaMan1845 NFT collection with my brother. We recently finished the mint and got listed on Magic Eden, so you guys can see the NFTs here. We sold the mint for 0.33, and now our floor right now is at 0.7. So it's good to see these ugly little NFTs inching up. I think it's proof that nobody buys NFT for the art. I hear sometimes people do, but I'm not a big believer in that. Although I gotta say, my pesky penguins are adorable, but that's a different discussion. Anyway, my brother, he is a big time fisherman in South Florida. And we both grew up in Florida, so that was a big reason why we started the FloridaMan1845 collection. There's 1845 of them, and that was also the year Florida was added officially as a U.S. state. So Heiko occasionally talks about this in his videos, and this is a fun little project we've been working on to help us learn more about the Solana and NFT space. We built the whole mint site ourselves using the Candy Machine open sourced software. And I think our next step is also going to be getting into staking. So a lot to learn here, and pretty soon I'll be getting a Florida Man buff that I'll be wearing in my videos. So I'll just, you know, it's something Heiko and I are just constantly going to be talking about. I think he's going to do a fishing tournament coming up, where you have to have a Florida Man NFT to join the fishing tournament. So we got all these fun little ideas in mind, but this project has been a little bit on the down low. It's not something we talk about so much because, again, it's really just for the closed community to all learn about NFTs together. Oh yeah, and I might as well say it here as well. If you guys are on Trade Journal, let me zoom out a little bit here again. You can just go right to your profile and check out Store, and that is where the new Pesky Penguin merch is going to be hanging out. Thanks for tuning in, guys, for another NFT update. Hopefully we get a nice rally in the next few days or weeks or months. I don't really care. I think this is a great time to start looking into more projects, start understanding projects, start staking your tokens or NFTs. And bear markets are always the best time just to develop and learn. So I don't really mind it at all. Let me know what you guys think, especially about these projects that we talked about here. If you guys want me to expand on anything, I'd be happy to do so either in the Discord or in another YouTube video. So just let me know. Till next time, like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.